Hey guys, Jeff here. Today I'm going to show you how to create an article on MotoIQ.com. This will be a multi-part tutorial series so that it'll be easy to jump around to the different parts you may or may not need help with throughout your learning process. So to make things easy, we're just going to recreate this existing article we have here, this upgrading WRX brakes with StopTech. StopTech's one of our clients, and we put these brakes on Ian's car. And well, let's just get right into it here. So the first thing we need to do is log into the site. So to do that, we're going to go to motoiq.com/wp-admin. And once we do, that page loads. I'm going to log in. I'm actually going to use one of our friends' logins here. Do not remember. So once you log in, if it's the first time, you're going to see this dashboard that kind of shows you what's going on the site and access to your own articles and stuff. But for our purposes today, we're going to go up here to the top and hit New Post. And then we'll be taken into the CMS system. First thing you're going to want to do is enter your title. In this case, I'm just going to copy it over from here. It's this. So you stick that there, and then that's kind of going to be your default URL too for the article, but we're going to change that. So actually you can see it popping up here. So it says upgrading the WRX brakes with StopTech. That's going to be the title of our article. However, for SEO, and we'll get into this in a totally separate video, but for SEO, if you have the title and your link the same, you're basically you're wasting an opportunity to get additional search terms. So we could change this here, and I forgot what it's called over here. Yeah, here we call it StopTech Big Brake Kit Upgrade WRX. So it doesn't have to be it's more sort of keyword driven than, something that needs to be legible like the title here. So what we're gonna do is just paste that in there, and you can do whatever you want, but if you do words, make sure you keep the same format where you have the words separated by a hyphen like that. We'll let you guys kind of decide for yourself how you want to do this nomenclature here, and then as we get better at this, we might modify it if we think there's a better way or what. And just for future reference, any edits or anything, any updates, we're actually going to put down in the description below. So check that and make sure that there's nothing new as an addendum to these tutorials. So once we hit that, then we'll have a different permalink. You'll see it pop up there and save. So that's good. And actually you can see, because there's already an article with that, it put a little 2 at the end there, so it's smart like that. Won't let you double up on the same name. Next, we're ready to get into the body here. So this is where you do the body stuff, and I've actually got a little notepad here with all the text in it already. So I'm just going to copy all that, and then I'm just going to hit Command V on my Mac here and paste it all in, and that's all my text. So the next thing we're going to need is a photograph, or several. And to do that, and then again, there'll be a separate video on how to on photo management, but we're going to assume that you're going to skip over and watch that now, or you've already watched it. And what we'll do here is click on Add Media for our first picture. Just as a side note, all photographs within the body of our articles are going to be hosted on SmugMug. There's only one photograph that will not be from SmugMug, and that's going to be the featured photograph for every article. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and upload that first while we're thinking about it. And we'll go over this in the photo management tutorial as well. But what we've done is we've already uploaded one photograph to the WordPress site here, and you'll see how to do that in that video. But actually here, let's select this one here. That's the image we'll use. Just select it and then hit Set Featured Image. And you'll see, give that a second, and it should appear right there. There you go. So that's our cover image. So that's the only image that's going to be hosted in WordPress for now, at least. So once that's in, we're good. Everything else is going to come from SmugMug. Oh, and then one other note on this. These feature images are to never have the MotoIQ watermark on them, just because of the way that they are on the picture, the way that the site uses them. Over here on the home page, you'll see, and do as we say, not as I do, or as we do. Like you can see right here, someone used it. Used the wrong image here, so you can see it says Moto, but you can't see the IQ because it takes like a crop so that these can all be the same size. So again, the photo that you upload should not have a watermark. So now we're ready to insert our body images, and again, these are going to all come from SmugMug. So to insert those, I'm going to hit Add Media here. We're going to put our first image right here. Click Add Media, and then we're going to come over here on the left and hit Insert from URL. And so now we just need the URL of the image. So I'm going to go over here to SmugMug, which you'll see in the tutorial how to get all those images. And we're just going to click on, I'm going to pick any image here. I'll do that one. Or I'll do this one. So once you get your image that you want to use, you're going to click on it. And then you'll see down here at the bottom, you can choose the size that you want. And for, just like on our old site, for landscape-oriented pictures, we're going to use the large size. And then for, if it happens to be a portrait, more taller than wider photograph, we're going to use X3. So anyway, pick large for our landscape image here. We're going to hit Copy Image Location. That'll give us the URL on our notepad. And then hit Paste. And once you do that, you're going to see the preview of the image pop up there. And then your caption for the image, we're actually going to input that here on this page, not on the main CMS window. So we're just going to call this Stop Deck Big Brake Kit Parts. Look pretty. And then once you've done that, you can just hit Insert into Post, and then you're going to see that you can't really tell here, but it's slightly smaller and different color, at least on the preview portion of this. So that's our first image, and then we're going to go down to here, and let's stick another one in here. Add media back here. Let's just add picture here. And this should still be large, but just to confirm, it is. Copy image location, go back, paste, there's the preview, more pics, insert into post, and then we got our second image. So very simple. So once we've done that a few times, I'm just going to, for simplicity's sake, pretend like we're doing the same process over and over again here. So once we've done that, we're going to go ahead and quickly save our draft here just to be safe. And once we do that, you're going to see the page reload here. And there it goes. And once you've done that, if we hit preview, and actually you don't even have to hit save to preview, you can preview it anytime. What it's going to do is pop up another window that's going to show you how your article is going to look once it's published. So you can see our feature image, it goes, you can see it in the background here. So that's why we need to upload our photos directly into WordPress, because it uses it throughout the site for different parts. Next we're going to manage our page length here. So if you remember from the old site, we want to make sure that our articles, each page of them, are at least as long as our ad roll over here on the right. So if you come down here, it's okay, well, this paragraph goes here, but it doesn't go all the way down, so I need to be generous. And then after this photograph, then I'll do my, my page break. So if we go back, let's see, that's ST40 caliper has 4 pistons. So go back to edit post, find that image, where is it? This one has 4 pistons, there we go. So what I'm gonna do is click in front of that paragraph, and then this button right here, oh, excuse me, this little page with another page behind it, that's our page break button. And if you click on that, you're gonna see a page break little line pop up right there. That's all you got to do to create a new page, which is pretty sweet, because if you were with us with the old site, it was a pain in the ass to create new pages and separate them all out. That's for page 1. Hit preview again, and it's going to, in that same tab that was already open, it's going to open it again. And then you can see we've already got our page, second page here. We'll click on the second page. Go down, and I'm going to repeat this process. So on this page, then you can see that, okay, well, here's my ad roll, and then it goes down to our new stop tech brakes look awesome, blah, blah, blah. So at the end of that paragraph, after pavement here, I'm going to add another page break. And there's going to be more photos in here, but if there's only going to be one paragraph on the third page, don't make an entirely new page just for one paragraph and the sources box. So at that point, this is going to be a 2-page article, for example. So once we're done with our article, and assume you've did all your images and links and things, and oh, I forgot to mention the links. If we go back to this page, so you can see this is linking here. If you look down on the left here, you can see that this is linking to one of the old articles we did. And then we got Stop Tech here linking. We got a link to the company's website there. This is going to be in the SEO tutorial that we'll do, but it's very important. The first paragraph and the very last paragraph of your articles are the most important as far as SEO is concerned, as far as we know right now. So you want to make sure you have all of your main sponsors that are, included in this article. So Stop Tech, obviously we want to have that mentioned in the first paragraph. Big Brake Kit, WRX, those keywords that people are going to be searching for on Google to try, that hopefully will then lead them to this article. Now don't worry about sticking every single company that gave you every little bracket or part in here. This is just for sort of the main parts that we installed, and then the sponsors that we need to give love to. So keep that in mind when you're designing your beginning paragraph and your end paragraph. And as much as you can help doing that, we'll still go in there and tweak it as we see fit, or as we've noticed best practices. And again, check the notes down below to see if there's any changes to any of this as we move along. So to do a quick, show you how to do a link here, go back up to the top of this article, and we'll just do the Stop Tech one here, because I'm going to use that one again later. So we just highlight Stop Tech, and then in your toolbar up here, hit the little hyperlink, and then I've already got Stop Tech's website open, so I know their exact domain. Copy that, go back over here and paste it in that little box, and hit the little enter sign. And boom, we got a little hot link there already. Oh, and one other quick little thing to mention. If you happen to only see one line on your toolbar here, this button on the toolbar toggles it up and down, so you'll have a few more options once you click that. So feel free to look around what those are, but for the most part, we're not going to do any custom formatting and colors and stuff like that. Keep our sort of style sheet intact, if you will. So the only other thing we need to do left in this article is, or at least in the body portion of it, is our sources down at the end. Now, in this case, we've only got one, so it's not too complicated, but this is something I want you guys to pay particular attention to, because it's my job to make sure it's always consistent. And if it's not done right and I have to keep going into your articles and fixing them, I'm going to be upset. So first thing you're going to want to do is highlight the whole thing. So this is going to be a little more prominent than our regular paragraph text. It's actually going to be heading 3 here. So remember that, heading 3 for sources. So once you do that, you're going to see it gets a little bold. Both of them get a little bolder than they were before. But to separate out them even more, we are going to underline sources. There's not a shortcut up here yet for the underline, but if you're on a Mac, you can hit Command-U. I think it's Ctrl-U on a PC to get an underline under whatever your text you want there. And then the only other thing is Stop Tech Brakes here. We're going to do the hyperlink again for that. And go back here, get my link, go back. that and hit apply. Same thing as before, now we got a hyperlink. So don't go in here and make this like red. I know if you go back and look at a lot of the old articles, they're red and some of them are huge and they're not consistent. But from now on, this is gonna be the rule until there's any changes. And again, check the notes down below. If there's any changes, they're gonna be listed there. That's all you do. So once you finish that, you can go back up and hit preview again. Click over to that tab. Wait for it to chug along. There we go. Go to the last page here. And then at the bottom, we can go down here and see our sources. So sources, no single space. You see there's no no double spacing. And then if you roll over the link here, you're gonna see it turns red. Just like all the other links on the site here, they turn red. If you try and highlight that or underline or do anything else, it's gonna mess up that formatting. So please, heading 3, and then just make it a hyperlink and that'll all be automatic. The only other thing is if you're trying to do, if you're editing this directly in, if you're creating this directly in the editor, sometimes when you hit enter, you're gonna get like a double space like that. And then, so, you know, if I wanted to add like another, whatever it is, just say Subaru. Okay, I can't type. See, there's this double space. We don't want that. This is gonna be single space. So go back up, delete that, and then if you hit, at least on, I think it should be the same on PC and Mac. If you just hit Shift Enter, that'll just give you a single line return, not a, basically not a new paragraph return. So that's all you do, and then you hit, you know, for here, then we'll go and make that our link. Subaru.com. Hit enter, and we're done. Before we go real quick, we're gonna wanna save our draft. Forgot to mention that. So that's it. That's the body part. I'm gonna have a completely new, separate video on how to categorize and do tags because they're that important. And if we mess them up, then the whole site's gonna get cluttered and nasty and everyone's gonna start complaining. So please look at that next and we'll show you how to do all this. Thanks for watching.